For today's video, we're going to be looking at all the fingerboard obstacles we got here at the park. I was going to say in my collection, but it's not really all of my collection. A lot of these ramps and other features are from my homies. I've been gifted some of these things. I've made some of these things. So it's kind of a big pile of everything. Like everybody started now bringing their fingerboard obstacles over here and just kind of leaving them. So if you've been watching our re-rack sessions of videos, you'll see probably all of these obstacles out. And the questions about these obstacles I get are just like, where are they from? Do I like them? Is it worth it? So I'm going to show you guys everything me and the homies have been using. So the plan is I'm going to try to start with actual branded items first so you guys can actually go see and buy these items. And then we'll move into like the DIY obstacles that I've built and even the homies have made. So if you want to fast forward to the DIY obstacles, I totally understand that. Otherwise, then let's get into it. Okay, so we're first going to talk about all the rails. All of these flat bars are all by EMA ramps. I did a lot of like video promo work with EMA, so that's kind of why I ended up with so many of these things. Don't get me wrong, the first flat bar I ever bought was an EMA flat bar. It was actually this circle blue one, and it's funny now, I've had like 2 or 3 of these. I don't know where my original one is. I think I gave it to a homie, but I still remain to have like one new one left. This is probably my favorite flat bar. I like this actually more than the square flat bar. Really like these rails. They're full steel. They come with the non-slip pads. They're heavy. They're just nice. This is like the little pocket EMA rail. I think it's actually like a Slush collab rail. These little rails are also my favorite. They just fit like on a bunch of different obstacles. I always put them somewhere. They're always going up or down, something, you know what I mean? You could throw it in your little side bag. Like this thing goes everywhere with me. Like I really love this. Like if you're looking for a flat bar and you don't even have one, I would suggest this little one. You can honestly place this like down any kind of obstacle and you got yourself like a sweet little down rail. Also about EMA, what I really like is all the different types of rails they make, like this crazy kinked one, got the up-down one, this bad boy. I mean, this is a lot of options. Since we're talking about EMA ramps right now, I might as well show you guys the other obstacles I do have by them. This one is another cool like picnic table by EMA. It's like a big, heavy picnic table. It's actually pretty sweet. It's full metal. It's actually nice and long. I really like this one too. Super heavyweight, definitely does not slide around. I don't know, it's just a great picnic table. Are wooden obstacles as well. This little wooden ledge was probably my first ledge I ever had, actually, now that I think about it. And I still have it, obviously. It's got a nice little metal edge on it. This is also by EMA. It's just like another sweet little quarter pipe. And mellow, so it's kind of easy to do flip tricks on it. I don't know, I use this thing a lot. It's just been like a nice back and forth piece. I always keep this at the end of a park or something, so I always have this out. Also, these little like bank ramps, I love these things. I have a marble tray that I flip upside down and it's about like 1.25 inches tall and it's exactly the same height as these. So it really works out perfect. I've had these things literally forever as well, a few years or something like that, and I still love these things. Oh, and I almost forgot, this is also an EMA picnic bench right here. It's like a taller table, it's pretty long. It's almost the same scale as the red metal one, but it's actually wood. Picnic table and this little bike rack are actually from Tech Deck. It's like a Tech Deck Pro Series 2-pack they came with. The bench is like super heavy duty. Same with this thing, it's pretty heavy duty. The only thing I don't really like about it is that you have to assemble it with some screws and like they don't fully like fit that perfect or tighten that well. I feel like one of them was like really chill and the other one wasn't so chill. Kind of with this thing too, but overall, pretty fun obstacles. So recently, I'm sure you guys have seen the bike racks in a lot of clips. These are from Slush Cult. One of these is Casey. He left him here. But anyways, these things are a lot of fun too. These things are full metal as well. They have little holes so you can actually screw them in, which is kind of chill. So if you have like a DIY project or something like that, you can just drill them in. This is the dynamic bench. It's supposed to mimic those mini schoolyard fiberglass benches right here. Freaking love this thing. If you don't have one, you should get one. Got these 2 features right here, and these are by Turdcrete. It's a fun little cement pyramid, another little cement ledge with some brick coping. These things are super heavy duty too. They're crusty, they're sweet, they're real nice. These next 2 pieces are by White Mike. This is actually kind of a newer piece I just picked up not too long ago, which is really sick, this little wavy ledge. And then this is the Homie Christian's ledge. This thing's kind of sick too. It's a pretty crazy brick feature right here, but this is kind of like a newly added piece to our little setup. When it comes to 3D printed obstacles, I've been really liking these decent bit items. This little kicker's super sweet. The quarter pipes are awesome. We always kind of make like a death box or a little bridge gap or something with the 2. Also just both really nice quarter pipes to have at both ends of your like fingerboard table. And honestly, these little kicker ramps, for what they are, it's actually pretty awesome. They have a lot of grip. They're actually pretty heavy too for like a little piece of plastic, and we're always using these things. The next few items are by OG Fingers FB. We freaking use this big barrier all the time. It's seriously so amazing. It's got this nice little like brick kind of textured feature on the side. So when you're doing crooked grinds or even no slide, tail slides, it just feels nice. It sounds real nice. This is like an older OG FB Fingers like piece right here, the quarter bank spine right here. I freaking love this thing. I've had it for so long. And then we got the kink curb. This thing is just obviously awesome. I'm sure you can just tell it's just really cool. It's got the high kind of double-sided curb on this side, which is kind of rad. The little sidewalk feature, just a nice piece. I totally forgot about this OG Fingers FB ledge as well. It's got like the little like notches in it. It just grinds and slides real nice. It just sounds cool too. I've had this thing too for a while. And if we're not using this thing like a ledge, we're usually kind of using it and we'll like stack features on top of it. But just like another random obstacle that we use for like a few different things. Okay, the next few items are gonna be from Black River. I'm sure you guys are all pretty familiar with Black River, so I don't need to go into detail. But I have this little like brick ledge with this little rail. It's pretty fun. I've also had this thing for a while. I don't use it really that much, but I do have it. I also just picked up their pocket ramp or their pocket like mini ramp, and this thing is actually pretty fun. Next little road trip I have to go on, I'm gonna bring this with me. This is also another Black River like half pipe. This is my buddy Casey's. I don't know, I think this is like the 80s style like vert ramp. I don't know the exact name of it, but it's got some brick coping. It's a nice size. Like this thing is really awesome. Next two benches, these things are some super heavy duty like steel benches. These are also from my buddy Casey. I believe he got these from Webb's World is the brand. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's like Webb's Worldwide or something like that, but these are just awesome, just fully welded benches. The Brooskiebuilds right here. Got like an ashtray ledge right here. That's pretty awesome. This thing is so heavy duty, it's insane. Kind of like the same thing, but kind of different style. It's got a nice little bank ledge on one side, nice little ashtray in the middle. And it's cool, this little ledge right here actually has circle coping. And it just feels really cool because it's cement and circle coping. I don't know, it's like really trippy, but this thing is really sweet. Can't forget about this big barrier too. I swear I was just showing you guys this thing earlier. We use this thing all the time as well. Really good for wall rides. It's a nice big kind of square top, so it just board slides, grinds, I don't know, everything feels really nice on it. Also got these two cute little features too that we always kind of skate over, our Wally. And yes, he also makes branded wax. Shout out to Snorlax FB. He actually gave me this thing. I don't know if him and his dad made this, I'm pretty sure, but anyways, got a nice little metal bench. This is a newly added rail. It's from Grindrite FB. This rail is actually meant to do like a gap out to grind for the Black River 10-stair rail, but I have like a few DIY obstacles that I can drill this thing into. It comes with, you know, little drill holes and some screws, so we're gonna definitely mess around with this in the future. You guys will definitely be seeing this, but I wanted to mention it and show you guys now. I literally forgot to mention the Keen Ramps quarter pipe, and this thing is a beast. Like, it's so amazing. I'm pretty sure Fabrizio Santos actually made these. If you notice, they actually have like a big hole in here. So this used to hold all the flyers for Keen Ramps. So these are pretty much the things that were sitting next to the register at the skate shop or at the skate park or something. You'd probably see this with all the Keen Ramp flyers or whatever. But you can also like fingerboard it. Pretty sure you can actually buy these now too. Now that we've gone through all of the branded obstacles, I'm actually not sure, speaking of brand, before I actually jump into like everything's DIY or found, I'm not exactly sure where we got this thing from. I know a homie gave this to us. I'm not exactly sure who made it for us, but this is, I think, made by somebody. I don't know if you can actually buy this. Like, it might be a one of one, so I don't know if it's like really branded or not, but anyways, I do want to show you guys this thing because we do use this little random sidewalk like all the time. Just wanted to point it out though. I think the first thing I'm going to share with you guys is my little 4-stair that I made. This was made out of like a bunch of random like shelving pieces, and I just literally like glued them all together, and it just happened to perfectly be a 4-stair. Yeah, so obviously you can see it's just like brown right here. I just spray painted it white up top. Nothing too special, but we use this thing for so many different things. Just for a good handrail, a good ledge, skating it from the side. You can even grind it. A lot of options with this thing, and that's why you guys see us use it all the time. This is probably the #1 obstacle. I'm always asked where I got this thing. It's this big kind of marble tray pad right here. I don't even know what you want to call it, like manual pad / ledge or whatever. It's actually just a marble tray. It's just from, I think, like Target or Home Goods, one of those places. It's just one of those, look, it's just a big marble tray, And it says, it's actually a Rachel Zoe one, and it just says that's about it. I couldn't even tell you anything else on it. But that's all we got right here for this thing. So I think I only spent like 20 bucks on this thing, and it's pretty crazy. I went back to like Home Goods or whatever, maybe like a month later, because I realized how awesome this thing was. And I was lucky enough to find another one. And so with this one, I had a few random marble piece samples right here. Countertop place, and you want samples of like the countertops, you can get these little square pieces. So I got 3 of these little bad boys right here. We glued them on like a bush thing right here. I don't even know where I got this from, like the 99-cent store or whatever it was from. This thing turned out pretty sweet. I'm gonna show you. So those little kickers from earlier, look, it's just crazy how it literally lines up like perfect to that thing. All right, this little piece of like marble, it's like a marble little like wedge right here. Homie Casey found this thing, but like since it's got like an edge right there, we got the ticky tack stuff right there. You can like just plant it up and it's a perfect little kicker. It's pretty crazy. One man's trash is another man's fingerboard obstacle right here. Let me tell you. Speaking of weird banky things too, this is literally just like a brick. I literally found this thing just outside of my house. I'm not even joking. And so it's a nice little kicker ramp that we use. I have this little metal sign that I got from like Target. There was like a Christmas tree toy little like to scale model thing, but it came with this little metal sign, and all I wanted was this. So anyways, we throw the little metal sign on here and you got yourself a nice little kicker right here. Which brings me into the trash can right here, because obviously you set the kicker ramp and you go over the trash can, right? It's pretty sick. The homie Casey actually like kind of made this whole thing. I think this is actually a pencil holder, and then he took the green kind of trash bag and kind of put that around there, threw some trash in there. Pretty creative. These 3 obstacles are some spency DIY cement things I built a long time ago. Built a little box, filled it with Quikrete, and then I got this thing. It's kind of crazy. But these, like this, I actually had a silicone mold. I forgot what the actual mold was, but it was like a thing for like wax or something. And I made a little ledge. I did the same thing. I threw some bricks in. I was really experimenting with this one. And then this is like a door handle from, you know, like IKEA or something. But I threw that on the little ledge to make a little flat bar. All right, you've made it to the end. We've literally covered all the fingerboard obstacles that me and the homies use. If you're not sure how we use some of these obstacles, definitely check out some of the re-rack sessions. Definitely see all of these features being used and probably some new ones coming soon. Comment and let me know what your guys' favorite feature was. And yeah, hopefully that answered all your guys' questions about all the obstacles.